We are the enemies of what we don't understand. I just got certified as a learning specialist in the Structure of Intellect program. And for many of you, this is something very new, something you don't know anything about. And thus, it's like your enemy and you cannot take action. So for this reason today, I am here to explain to you more what I do and how I can help your children or your learners from 5 years of age up to 25 years of age. And it's all about their brain ability to learn. It's identifying learning styles, it's addressing learning difficulties, but it's also enriching and strengthening the weaknesses. So it's not only for dysgraphic or children suffering from dyscalculia or dyslexia, but it's also for neurotypical students that are aspiring for better, and even for the gifted students that have some weaknesses in some areas and they want to work on that and improve it. Do you see? Let me give you examples so that you understand what kind of or how to identify that your learners have these difficulties that I can help them with. For example, do they dislike reading? Do they struggle when they're understanding a concept? Do they skip letters? Do they have low reading comprehension? Do they struggle with word problems, mathematical word problems, or with problem solving? Do they have stuttered writing or their creativity is limited? All of these are related to the 90 skills that were identified by J.P. Guilford and with which Dr. Meeker worked and developed a program which is called the Structure of Intellect to practice those 90 cognitive skills so that our learning abilities increase. So what I am offering is not a remedial program, or it's not tutoring. I'm not going to work with your learners on math or science or English. What I will be doing is doing fun, interesting activities that will train and help them practice. So train the brain and practice increasing their ability to learn, their ability to understand, their ability to process information. Because this structure of intellect is actually addressing 3 areas, which are the operations, so the way our brain processes information. It's also about the learning styles, which we call the contents. And finally, the products, which is the level of complexity with which the information is provided. So is it just a unit? Is it classification? Or is it a total system? Or is it even transformation? Like how to transform symbols to or for example a bare room into a well-designed room, like for example what the graphic designers do. And the third thing that I want to talk about is what I do actually. The process or my work with your learners is of 3 stages. The first stage, and you can stop at the first stage or you can go all the way to the third one. The first stage is like a history intake. It's like getting to know you and the learner more specifically, of course. So there will be a history intake session. I will interact a little bit with the learners so that they get to know me and they get to know that this is a fun session. We're not doing a remedial work. I'm not tutoring on a specific subject, and the learner I will need to make the learner feel comfortable so that we get the most out of the sessions. Second, there will be an assessment of the skills. So we're still in the first phase, history taking, getting to know the learner, and there will be the assessment that will be an hour and a half long on all these 90 skills, and it can be done in 2 sessions. The learner doesn't have to suffer in one whole session. We can do it in 2 different sessions, and we will be assessing all these 90 skills. At the end of this assessment, I will receive a report that I will discuss with you. The report will tell us exactly what are the areas of strength, what are the areas of improvement, what is he or she exceptional in, and where is an area of concern. It also gives us indication on whether there is a visual problem, if they suffer from an issue with their vision, and then they will need their eyes to be checked. To this extent, after this report that I will discuss with you, you as a parent will decide to go forward or not. I will show you the remediation plan, so which could go from 80 to 100 hours of activities, fun activities actually. They are either online or written on paper that we will embark in together, okay? And at the end, in these 80 to 100 hours, because as parents we would like to see the progress, we'd like to know how things are changing. There will be feedback reports every 20, then 40, then 60, then 80 hours. And at the end of the 80 to 100 hours, there'll be a formal assessment that will, after which we will be able to compare. We will see the results from the initial report that showed us what are the areas of strength and weaknesses. And then in the final report, we will see from experience and from many learners that have already gone through this program, you will be able to see for yourself the change, and your learner will have already experienced the improvement and the change. And I can guarantee you that there will be a massive improvement. I'm not promising the impossible. I'm not a fairy, but I can promise a massive improvement in the way they learn. They will enjoy learning, they will enjoy going to school, and sometimes it even improves on their communication skills and on their social skills, because what made them worry, what made them feel they are less than their peers, or what made them feel that they are incompetent or unable, now we have solved it or we have improved on it, and this is a massive win for them. So if you are interested to learn more about it, if you have more questions, please feel free to reach out by messaging me down below, or by contacting me on asklara@ilead.com, and I will be more than happy to answer your queries and even more to go through this journey with your learner.